And on earlier trips, you know, we've been to Chimney Rock and Lake Lure, and, you know, we hear that area really got...
Did you happen to see the pictures of Lake Lure after?
It looked crazy. Didn't like just a bunch of houses and hazardous material wash into it?
Yep, you couldn't even see the water. It was like just like wood, wreckage, debris. The whole surface was just covered. I was like, oh my gosh.
That's terrible. That's such a beautiful area too.
Yeah, it really is. We vacation there. That's one of the places we went to when I was a kid. My dad, smart enough, he used to find the timeshare spiels where they're like, hey, come on out and get a free, you know, 3-day, 2-night stay at the timeshare, you know, just come and get a
30-minute presentation.
Yeah, it's more like, but it turns into 4 hours, you know.
They'll hold you hostage.
But yeah, Dad actually booked 2 of those back to back, and we were up here for like a solid week on a free vacation. It was great, man. We went to Lake Lure and then Lake Toxaway, and I forget where else. I think we camped somewhere in between the stays, but it was wonderful. I think Dad even got a little mini free TV out of it too.
What?
Hey!
But he didn't buy anything, right?
No, he didn't buy nothing. Nope. Dad's never bought a timeshare, although he accepted one from a guy who just wanted to get rid of it out in Reno. And so my dad assumed this timeshare, and for nothing, he just had to pay the maintenance on it. Yep. Which was, I think at the time, maybe $400 a year. And it was good because it was like, it was like a townhome. And he was going out that way about every year anyways to bowl in the National Bowling Stadium that's out there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that's the first time we used the timeshare was when we were out there and we were all bowling together. But after that, he would just get his friends up there from Florida and be like, hey, who wants to go bowl nationals? You know, I got a place to stay. So, you know, 7-8 people would stay at the timeshare. You know, it was a great deal. Yeah. And then the best part of it all, once even my dad let my cousin have it for like a few years or something like that. Once everybody was done with it and he tried to give it away, nobody wanted it. He called up the place and they're like, no, I'm sorry, you have to sell it, you got to do this. You know how difficult it is to get rid of a timeshare. So my dad goes, well, I tell you what, he goes, you can take this back the way it is right now, or what I'm going to do is create an empty shell corporation and put this inside of it, so that you're going to have to go through all the legal proceedings to sue and attain through the empty shell corporation, which has absolutely no assets to it whatsoever. So you're going to end up with the property at the very end after spending thousands of dollars through legal proceedings and fees, or you can just take it now. The guy goes, let me call you back. They accepted it back. But yeah, I was like, Dad, you got to teach other people how to do that, man. There's so many people get stuck with timeshares.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
There's literally companies that's all they do is get people out of timeshares.
We'll help you get rid of your timeshare.
Right.
You're stuck with it for life and pay all those escalating fees every year.
Yeah, and he figured it out. I don't know if you can do that in every state because I know laws are slightly different in how you can organize corporations and land trusts and things like that. But leave it up to Dad. He's always been the financial guru to find the loopholes and make things happen. Yeah, there's the Pinball Museum. There's also another retro arcade over on Haywood Road. They're kind of similar. They don't have as many like pinball machines in there, but a lot of like the old Sega or Sony PlayStations and Sega Genesis and Nintendo, and they have some of the old games there. You can sit down and at the bar and just grab a joystick and start playing. That's pretty neat.
What was your high score in bowling?
300.
300?
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually bowled it while I was working too.
What?
Yeah, I was.
You worked in a bowling alley?
I worked for AMF for about 4 years for the district manager. I was a program director and assistant manager at probably 7 or 8 different centers. And yeah, when I bowled my 300, I was actually working at a private place in DeLand, Florida called Sunshine Lanes. And it was kind of funny how it happened, because the guy's like, if you work here, you got to join a league. And I'm like, dude, I don't have time. I work 6 days a week. He's like, well, Sundays when so-and-so comes in, you know, let her watch the counter and you go bowl. I was like, okay. So one of the team members was one of the owner's sons, and he knew how to run the business and everything. My counter help called in sick, and I was like, look, man, you either take my absentee score, or every time it's my turn, just come up and watch the counter for a second for me. So that's how I bowled all 3 games. You know, it was like a tag team. All right, go down. I grab the ball and go, and then go back to work. You know?
Oh my gosh.
And so that's how I ended up bowling the 300. I'm like, holy shit, I got 9 in a row? How'd that happen?
That's wild. You did that while you were like not even entirely focused on the game the whole time.
And I tell people, I think that's the biggest secret to it all. Is like, don't give it so much. You overthink things so easily, just like golf.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you're overthinking the swing, and then it's like, you know, just let it happen. You've been doing this all this time. Muscle memory, just, you know.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Bowling is like one of the biggest like tests of patience, because you'll have like a kid's birthday party next to you screaming. They'll be playing like, you know, the Black Eyed Peas and like Katy Perry at full volume. So I'll usually bowl late night at this place, and once they bust out the vacuums, I'm like, all right, we got to get out of here.
Oh shit, yeah, to blow up.
I start playing like shit once the vacuums come out. I know that, but I feel like all the workers there have like the best technique. I don't know who taught them all how to bowl, but sometimes at the end of the night we'd see like our server go, who looked like a teenage girl, and they all will just chuck the ball halfway down the lane and have like that perfect curve that like just goes right to the thing. But yeah, I started taking it a little bit more seriously now. I like to do like a two-handed bowling technique with like two fingers. Like that for a while. I used to get my thumb stuck in there, but now.
Yeah, two-handers. There's a lot more two-handers nowadays. My nephew's a two-hander also, and this kid, he bowled for the University of Florida. He's got a great average. I mean, he's shooting, his average is probably in the 230s.
Oh,
this
wow.
kid's amazing. And I was never that good. I could average in, you know, just over 200 for a while, but
that's still good.
We would have fun. We would actually, once we got tired of traditional bowling, we'd make up our own games. And so, you know, sometimes I'd close the center down. I'd be like, hey guys, come on, let's go bowling. And they'd come up and we'd pull the bumpers up. And it was a rule that you had to hit 2 of the bumpers before it hit the pins, or else it was a miss.
Yeah.
You're a wild man.
Bumper.
Yeah, that's fun.
Different stuff, like you know?
Make up your own rules.
Yeah, make it interesting, you know?
I like that.
Yeah. Or like, everybody's got to bowl this game left-handed.
Yeah,
or,
you can't
you
use
know?
your dominant hand.
Yeah, just mixing it up somehow. Just make it different, you know?
Everybody uses a 6-pound ball.
Yeah. Oh, those are fun. Yeah. That is a lot of fun. Winging that thing down there. But yeah, I bowled all through high school and everything. I started bowling in 5th grade, and you know, until back problems and things like that hindered me. Yeah, I bowled for a very long time. It was never like excellent. Didn't really like make money at it. I just was having fun. And I stopped bowling when I noticed that really stopped bowling in leagues, when it stopped becoming fun to me, because a lot of times older bowlers just taking it way too seriously.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, guys, it's a game. They miss a pin, they come back and they're kicking the ball return,
Yeah.
throwing their shit around. I'm like, dude, come on, have fun, man. You know, whatever, you miss it, whatever. You know, it's shit.
It's like golfers breaking their clubs or throwing it up in the trees. You know.
Yup.
Yeah, it's not fun to play with people like that.
No, it's not.
Did you ever watch that movie Kingpin?
Oh, over and over.
That's
Yeah.
one of the best bowling movies. I feel like I love that movie.
And actually, I am an ordained Dudist priest.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes.
Big Lebowski.
Church of the Latter-day Dude, yeah. Yeah.
That's usually what me and my friend put our names as. He'll be the dude, player 1, and I'll be Walter.
Ah, nice, I love it. His dudeness.
Over the line.
Over the line. Marking a 0, Smokey. Yeah, it's a good one, man. Good flick. Became such a crazy cult following.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, it's somebody made and organized and listed, and it's a real religion. You know, obviously nobody practices besides, I mean, practicing Dudism, I think, is smoking a joint and drinking a White Russian.
Yeah, you gotta drink.
You know, that's about the the greatest extent of
Put
it.
on the robe and
Put the robe on, the sweater on. You know, you got to abide.
yeah, you gotta
You know.
make sure you keep the rug.
One must abide, yes, because it definitely ties the room
Yeah,
together.
definitely ties the room together.
Oh, it's all fun.
All right. Wish us luck.
Yeah, have a good time.
Right here.
Right here for you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Nice riding with you.
Oh, it was great having you guys. Oh, what a beautiful place, too. This is really cool
Yeah.
looking.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Enjoy your evening.
All
Yeah.
right.
You too.
Thank you.